People often ask me if it was worth studying Masters in Fashion. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about my experience studying Masters at the Royal College of Art and what I did there. So I have to start from the beginning. It's been a few years since I studied, and probably many things have changed since then. Tuition fees for sure. But I can talk to you about my experience, what it was like to study, and what I did. I'm originally from Finland, and our schooling system is different there compared to UK. So in the upper secondary school we don't do A-levels, we study all the subjects. So I didn't really have any portfolio when I graduated. I had been doing some art courses on my spare time and some textile courses, like I did life drawing course and painting course, and then I did some textile manipulation courses. And in school, of course, we had art, and then we had actually textile work as well, where we were doing like basic sewing, like sewing pajamas and knitting hat and socks, and yeah, it was very basic. So I had like skills to use the sewing machine already. So when I applied to study in UK, I was told that I need to do a course before I can apply to university to build up a portfolio. So I enrolled onto a BTEC National Diploma course. I did this 2-year course at the City College of Brighton and Hove, and I must admit it was a very good course. I learned a lot there, and it gave me a great foundation for my university studies. In there I chose to specialize in textile design. After that I applied to do a BA in textile design at the University of Brighton. The Brighton University was my first choice. I was already living in Brighton, but I think the course just appealed to me the most because it was a combined course with textile design and also business studies. And they also had 1 year of doing placements. And luckily I got on the course. I did go to see several courses in textile design before I applied, and I recommend everyone who's applying to university to go and check the university first, go to the open day, so you get more of an idea what it's like to study in that university. The first year of the course was quite easy. We were trying different areas of textile design like print, knit and weave, and then we had to choose what we want to specialize in. I ended up choosing knit because we had a whole semester doing fashion as well, whereas the other areas didn't have that option. Second year we were developing our knitwear design skills, and then we had that whole semester doing fashion as well. And then the third year we were doing a work placement year. This was very good. I did 1 placement in the UK and I did 1 placement in Milan. I would recommend doing as many placements as you can during your studies. Finding a job in fashion is very difficult, so when you graduate, if you already have done some experience, then you find it easier to find a job after graduation. Fashion industry is all about connections, and during a placement you'll build up your connections, and you also get more of an idea what you want to do after you graduate. The 4th year we were doing our pre-collection and collection, and because I did textile design, we were only required to do 2 outfits, but if you wanted to be in the fashion show you had to do 6 outfits. I wanted to do the show, so I ended up doing the 6 outfits, and luckily I got a place in the show as well. On the final year we had to also do the business plan, and we had to evaluate one of the companies from a business point of view where we were doing our placements. And then we also had to do dissertation. So The final year was very busy with lots of projects, lots of deadlines and lots of hard work. After graduation, I moved to London and it took me a while to get used to the busy London life. I did a couple of internships and I was working as well. And then I applied to do my master's at the Royal College of Art in Fashion Womenswear, specializing in knitwear. Luckily I got accepted and I started my studies there. It was a 2-year full-time course. The first year was very tough and we had to do so many different projects at the same time. The first year was concentrating on our technical skills and we had to do so many technical projects in both in knitwear and in fashion. Coming from textile design background, I must admit that I was finding the master's level fashion quite challenging in the first year. The course was very demanding and we had to work late all the time. And I remember all those sleepless nights before a project critique. Here you can see some sketchbook work from my master's, some research of space and galaxies and some textile samples. Here are some quick sketches I have done from my samples. I felt the second year was maybe a little bit easier than the first year, and we had to work independently. And we were mainly working on our own projects during the second year. So first we did the pre-collection and then we did the collection. And we also had to do a dissertation during the second year. We also did some collaboration with different fashion companies. These images are from the catwalk show from the Royal College of Art. Fashion courses are very tough and fashion and textile design is very time consuming as well. You will have many sleepless nights and you have to have a good work ethic and be organized because you have to work on so many projects at the same time. The fashion courses are also very expensive. On top of your tuition fees and your accommodation costs, you have to spend money on fabrics, printing, yarn, sketchbooks, drawing materials, painting materials, portfolios, presentation materials, and then if you want to buy your own machinery like sewing machines or knitting machines, and then computers and programs for them like Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop. Luckily on the final year of my master's we got sponsored yarn to do our collections, but usually you have to pay for all the materials and that can be really expensive and it adds up being hundreds of pounds per year. What the universities are looking for is that you are different and you stand out. Sell yourself as unique designer and don't copy other designers. It's good to show that you are aware of trends and you know how to do trend research. But I would say that it's more important to show that you are unique and you have new ideas. You have to be able to work independently and you only have a couple of tutorials per week to show how you are progressing with your work. In fashion, I think that the diploma or your grade doesn't really matter that much. What matters the most is your portfolio, your work experience and your connections. Before choosing your course, think about what do you want to do after graduation. So would I recommend doing a master's in fashion? I think masters can be very useful if you're planning to do your own business. So you will develop your own style and you get mentoring and tutoring about your work. because when you graduate and you start a business, you don't have that kind of mentoring or tutoring at all. Also, if you want to do teaching in fashion, masters is a great thing to do first, so you have already a lot of experience. We also had companies coming to our university to recruit students. Doing masters gives you a lot more opportunities to make new contacts, to get a job in the industry. Also, when you do your graduate fashion show, you might get great press from it, which can open you new doors. We had many visiting lecturers who were coming from the industry, and they were working for different companies, so you build up your connection that way. Also, we had many influential people coming to our critiques from the fashion industry. These images are from a photo shoot I did with the Masters collection. Thanks for watching my video. Please like it if you liked it and you learned something new and you found it useful. Please subscribe to my channel if you are new. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!